What's going on, guys? Back there again with another video. This time I wanted to talk about something that's kind of been weighing on me. I see it a lot on social media, Facebook, Instagram, typically a lot of the forums. You see a lot of hate. Unnecessary hate for other motorcyclists, for brands, or what they do to their bike. It's their bike, man. I don't know why people have such an issue with what other people do to their bike, but I've noticed a trend. It's older bikers, like, sounds cringy to say this, boomers, right? So I'm 31, I'm a millennial. I consider myself like a new school biker. When you think of like an old school biker, what do you think of? Like freaking 103 Harley, freaking soft tail, leather jacket, freaking pins and patches everywhere, Ride to Live medallions out the freaking damn leather pants, leather everything, freaking no helmet, maybe a helmet, maybe a small fake DOT helmet, something like that. But when you think of a new school biker, what do you think of? I always think of somebody who's on like a performance bagger or like a liquid cooled V-twin, something, you know, that makes sense. Not an air cooled freaking oil spewing trash rod. But I mean, there's also hipsters that freaking ride that trash too. So I'm not really gonna talk no crap about them, but to each their own, man. It's like every time I post something new about my bike, or I see other people post something new, like, hey, check this out, I put this on my tank, or this on my bags, or I did a mirror flip kit. There's always some dude or some chick that's disgusting, gross. Why would you do that to that bike? If it was my bike, and that's just it, man, it ain't your bike. I would never talk crap about, like, I might silently judge you, and that's okay. You know, it's kind of like you're right to be able to say what you want, but at the same time, saying unnecessary crap to people about their bike, that's probably their heart and soul that they put into it. Everybody's style is a little bit different. I'm more of the performance bagger scene. I see a lot of dudes with like the full face helmets, either the dang Simpson Outlaws or Bandits or Ghosts or Bilwell Lane Splitters or the Rorocks. I got one of those too. And to me, that screams new school biker. Somebody who, they might wear a leather vest, maybe not. More stylistically put together. Their bike has a specific purpose. It's not just, I dress up like this on the weekends to go out with my buddies to the bar and put toe miles on my 99 Harley, or even worse, my 2021 CVO 117 that I don't own, I still pay on, and all this crap. But, I mean, I don't own this bike. The bank owns this bike. This bike's more than most cars. But that's okay. That's another thing. People are like, oh, well, at least the bank doesn't own my bike. Cool. You know who does own your bike? The insurance company. You know who doesn't care if you wreck your bike and gives you crap money for it? The insurance company. Like, I don't know, man. Just one of those things. Why do you gotta put loud pipes on a bike? Loud pipes don't save lives, whatever. Performance guys like to why are muscle cars loud? Why do people like loud bikes? Because it draws attention. This is an extension of your person. It's a statement piece. Some people buy motorcycles for daily transportation. They're typically not really nice bikes. They're probably something that was in their price range, saves on gas. Either they're a new rider, or they might have been riding for a really long time. It's purpose built. It's like guys who ride enduros. I don't look down on guys who ride enduros. I think, man, that guy probably does cool crap every weekend with his bike. He may or may not. He might just be a freaking dentist, you know what I mean? I don't know. That old school biker mentality is really played out. You see it a lot at rallies, Daytona, Sturgis, Myrtle Beach, you know. Like, cool, you want to play dress up with your buddies? That's fine. That's your prerogative, man. My prerogative is I like to put a lot of money into my bike because I like to ride my bike. I want it to be how I want it. Your opinion, though noted, is not needed. I don't know, man. I grew up in a time where it was like, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, don't say nothing. My elders used to say, oh, you need to respect your elders or know your place. So why talk shit on somebody else's bike? Just because it ain't your taste in motorcycles doesn't mean you have the gamut to shit talk them into oblivion, especially on the internet. I hate that. Talk about keyboard warriors and you got these old dudes who probably haven't thrown a leg over a Harley or anything, or even own one. They probably owned one back in the late 60s, early 70s, that are just crap talking newer bikes. Like, look at when the Chieftain came out. The new, I can't rephrase that. Look at when the new fairing style came out for the Chieftain. What was the very first thing people said? Oh my God, it's a Harley clone. Oh my God, it's so ugly now. They should have done this. They should have done that. Okay. But look who it appeals to. You have to think about the long game. They're not thinking about you, dude stuck in his ways. They're thinking of the guy who doesn't necessarily want to own a Harley, doesn't want to own a Japanese bike because he's not going to get any clout from his friends, and victory's gone. What you can't. And even then, the vision and all that crap, those bikes are way ahead of their time. Performance on point. Styling went for when they came out, too futuristic. And what happened? Dudes who bought them loved them. The guys who didn't buy them did nothing but talk mad crap about them. But I guarantee you most victories will walk a damn Harley any day. It was their personal choice, man. It's like Ford versus Chevy versus Dodge. People buy into the name. People that are buying Indian are buying because they didn't want Harley Davidson. They didn't want to blend into the crowd and not be able to find their black Street Glide at the local bike night for 3 hours because they all look the same. Now mind you, I'm not crap talking Harley. I've ridden Harleys. I just don't prefer them. There's a reason I went Indian. Stylistically, performance wise, technology package, bang for the buck. But then there's plenty of people who love their Harley Davidson and they've come to the Indian side and treated right back out to a Harley because it's what they knew and it's what they loved, and that's completely fine. I would never talk to someone who tried it. It's the do-nots and have-nots that talk the most crap. I don't know, man. I feel like the newer generation is just that much more receptive to change. Like, how many Indian Scouts since 2016 have you seen on the road now, all of a sudden? A bunch, because they're a purpose-built bike. They're made for city commute. It's a liquid cool. It's decent displacement. But at the same time, it's not a bagger. It's not a huge bike. Can you make it into a bagger? Sure you can. But that's just it. The modularity is there. But it's not an intimidating bike. That was my first bike. There's a reason it was my first bike. I didn't want an Iron 883 or a freaking Yamaha Bolt. Because, let's be honest, a lot of people call the Irons a chick's bike because it's small displacement. Boomers. And the Yamaha just... Japanese bikes, foreign bikes don't do anything for me, and that's okay. But I would still recommend those bikes to anyone looking to get into motorcycles because they're small displacement, they're easy to maintain, they're easy to handle. I would not recommend a brand new rider get a full bagger, or even like a stripped down bagger like a Road King or a Springfield. I'm just over the brand hate, man. There's no reason for it. It drives the American motorcycle scene. Think about if Victory stayed around selling nothing like they did, Harley would still have the same power plants that they've been rocking for the last 20-30 years. But because brands like Indian got that cop behind the name, that's another thing. Oh, it's a Polaris. Yeah, no, okay, fine, it's a Polaris Chieftain. And your point, it doesn't change the fact that it says Indian on the side. But I digress. Had the 111 never came out, the Milwaukee 8 would have never been a thing. I can guarantee it. But they had to, because there was a demand in the market now. An American-based company came out with a larger displacement motorcycle with more amenities. It was a monoshock. It had hard bags. It had large displacement. Now, obviously, over time, once the market opened up, then Harley came out with a 114. Now, I can't remember, I'll put it up here somewhere, if Indian came out with a 116 first. There's that drive in the market. And now what was it? There's the 117, the 131. I can guarantee you within the next year or two, Indian, unfortunately, kind of ran out of space in this engine, will come out with an even bigger motor. The companies like Indian haven't pigeonholed themselves to just American baggers. Indian had its roots back in flat track. Look what that spawned, the FTR 1200. An extremely popular kind of enduro style bike. Not really, it's not really a flat tracker, it's like a street tracker. It's something Harley never had. I think they're doing the whole win on Sunday, sell on Monday type thing. We killed it in flat track. It gained popularity for the FTR, and then they released the FTR, and now it sells. Look at the Challenger, a brand new power plant. Oh, it was a Victory holdover. Who cares? Who freaking cares? Does Harley have anything remotely close to that? Absolutely not. The Power Plus engine is in a league of its own. Those bikes with a tune are putting out 130, 130. That's without anything but a tune on it. That's insane. And it's a liquid cooled. And it's a fixed fairing. And it's got tech. And then they entered it into the King of Baggers, and then they smashed the competition. Like, you see where I'm coming from. You can talk all the crap in the world that you want about a brand because you don't align with them. But you need to stop being such a house divided. I got plenty of friends with Harleys. I ride with them all the time. I'm sorry I keep using Harley as an example, but they're the two biggest brands in the market right now, notoriety wise. And that's because Indian's been doing what Harley has refused to. Harley's been living off the bar and shield for far too long. Now it's time for another American brand to come in and take shares in the market and drive change. Biker just means you ride a motorcycle. You're not a motorcycle enthusiast. You ride a bike. We need to open up a broader definition of what biker really truly means. I intend on doing test rides of other brands, back to back, face to face kind of thing, showing their high points and their shortfalls. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think I should go ride, or is there something that you want to see ridden and honestly reviewed? Because I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. That's just not how I am. What do you think? Have you guys experienced any kind of hate online, posting pictures of your bike, or just seeing other people being real crap to other people? We need to stop all this freaking division, man. All this tribalism, it just splits us up. Ride what you ride and enjoy what you ride. It doesn't matter. You can have your opinion, but at the same time, don't beat people down just because they like a certain thing. that being said, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. It's a beautiful day out. I'm going to keep riding. Like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, tag your friends, tag a hater down in the comment section, see if they have something to say. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Peace.